Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Welcome back, children. So, children, in our previous video, we have already discussed about layers of the earth, rocks, and types of rocks. So, children, there are three layers of earth. I hope you all remember there are three layers of the earth. That is your crust, mantle, core. Crust, mantle, core. Crust is the outermost, or you can say solid layer of the earth, which is cooler and where life exists, where we live in which layer, children? We live in the crust. Then crust, between crust and core is mantle. Between crust and core is mantle, which is hot. Mantle is hot. Okay, mantle is hot. It is made of molten iron. That means melted iron. It is made up of molten iron, that is melted iron. Okay, and then crust is the hottest layer of the earth, and it is made up of two layers, inner and outer core. Inner and outer core. Okay, then rocks are made up of tiny grains called minerals. Rocks are made up of tiny grains called minerals. Some rocks are made up of only one mineral, and some are made up of several minerals, that is more than one. Some rocks are very hard, some rocks are not so hard, and some are soft rocks. Like diamond is the hardest rock, coal is not very hard, and chalk is the soft rock which can be break easily. Okay, so children, now we have learned about, or we have discussed about, three types of rocks, right? Sedimentary, metamorphic, igneous. Sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock, igneous rock. Now what is sedimentary rock? Sedimentary rocks are formed from particles of sand, shells, pebbles, and other fragments of material. Okay, together all these particles are called sediment. Together all these particles are called sediment. Okay, then example of sedimentary rock is limestone. Limestone, which is used for making building, for making roads, and even toothpaste or paints. Then come metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rocks are formed under the surface of the earth, okay, with intense heat and pressure. It is made with intense heat and pressure. Okay, example of metamorphic rock is marble. Okay, marble, you have seen Taj Mahal, it is built from marble. Okay, so it is used for architecture and sculpture. Then igneous rocks are formed when magma, that is molten rock deep within the earth, cools and hardens. Okay, it comes in the form of lava. Okay, example is granite, diamond, basalt. It is used in construction project, floor, tiles, monuments, and so on. So children, today in this video we will going to cover these topics, that is soil. What is soil? Okay, what are the different layers of soil? Okay, what are the different types of soils, and why soil is important? So we will going to discuss in all these topic, about all these topics. So first is your soil. Soil means the uppermost layer of the earth's crust. You all have seen soil, right? And many children even like to play with soil, right? Even they like to play with soil. So soil is the uppermost layer of the earth's crust. Everybody has seen soil, right? Okay, you have seen soil in your garden also, in park, everywhere you can see soil, like you can see rock. So soil means the uppermost layer of the earth's crust. Okay, it is in the above, it's in the earth's crust, which is visible, everybody can see, which contains the organic as well as mineral matter necessary for the growth of plants. Soil, with the help of soil you can grow plants, right? So soil is very important for growing plant. So soil contains organic as well as mineral matter. Soil contains organic as well as mineral matter, which is very important for growing plants. Then how soil is formed? Formation of soil from rocks. So soil is formed from rocks, formed from rocks, okay, formed from rocks. So a long time back there were only rocks on the earth, there were no soil, there was only rocks on the earth. So the action of sunlight, water and wind changes in weather. The action of sunlight, water and wind and changes in weather broke the rocks into smaller and smaller pieces, smaller pieces. Okay, so over many years these rocks broke into very small pieces to form soil. Okay, so it takes long time. Okay, formation of soil from rocks take very long time. Okay, it has to face sunlight, water, wind and even changes in weather. Okay, so then only it will break into smaller and smaller pieces. Okay, so when plants and animals die, they rot and mix with the soil. When plants and animals die, they rot and mix with the soil. Okay, so this is how. So I have told you action of sunlight, action of water and action of wind forms soil from rocks. Then only formation of soil occurs from rocks with the help of sunlight, with the help of water and with the help of wind. Okay, so this is how the soil is formed. This is how the soil is formed, and this action takes a very long time. This action takes a very long time. Okay, so the soil is made up of two main parts. Soil is made up of two main parts, that is tiny pieces of rocks, right? First is tiny pieces of rocks and then rotted pieces of dead plants and animals. Rotted pieces of dead plants and animals. That is why in the beginning I have told you that soil contains the organic as well as mineral matter. Mineral matter is rock and then organic matter is the dead plants and animals. Okay, so soil is made up of two main parts, tiny pieces of rocks and rotted pieces of dead plants and animals. Okay, this is how the soil is formed. So soil is made up of two main parts, tiny pieces of rocks and rotted pieces of dead plants and animals. So children, you all must have noticed that all soil are not same, right? The color of the soil is different from each other. Some soil is red, some soil is black, some soil is dark brown, light brown. Not only the color, even the texture of the soil is also different. Why the soil is different? Because the soil is made from different rocks. That is why the texture and the color of the soil is different. Okay, so children, do you know what does soil contain? So to know that, you can do one little activity at home. So what you have to do, children, you have to take a bottle. You can take bottle or even you can take any container. Okay, that container or bottle should have lid. Okay, it should have lid. So what you have to do, if you have a garden, children, just go there, collect some soil. Okay, then put that soil in that bottle or container. Okay, then pour water into that container or bottle, then close the lid of the bottle very tightly. Okay, no air should go there, it should be very tight. Then shake the bottle very well, shake it and then leave it for some time. Don't disturb it. Okay, you have to let it sit there only. So let it be there only. Then after some time, you can see that bottle or that container, the soil or layer of the soil is different from each other. All layer you can see. Okay, so if you do that activity, you will see that this kind of picture, or you can say this kind of thing you can see in that container or bottle. So this is layers of soil. This is, children, layers of soil. Okay, this gravel, Sand, clay, humus. These are what, children? Layers of soil. Layers of soil. Okay. So now let's see in detail. So gravel. Gravel. It is a small fragment of rocks. It is a small fragment of rocks. Okay, it contains small stones or pebbles which settle at the bottom, as you can see here. It contains small stones or pebbles which settle down at the bottom. It is gravel. Which settle down at the bottom is gravel. And then comes sand. Above the gravel is a layer of soil containing large particles. Okay, large particles. These large particle is what, children? Sand. This large particle is what? Sand. Okay, then clay. Above the sand is a layer of soil. Above the sand is a layer of soil containing very fine particles which can be seen separately is a layer of clay, which has very fine particles and which can be seen separately is what, children? Clay. Above the sand is clay. Okay, it has very fine particles which can be seen separately. Then you can see this space here. This space contains air and water. This space contains air and water. Air and water. And then at the top comes humus. And at the top comes humus. So humus is what, children? Rotted plants and animals are called humus. Rotted plants and animals are called humus. Rotted or decaying plants and animals are called humus. So humus is a dark brown or black in color. Humus is dark brown or black in color. It is good for the healthy growth of plants. Okay, humus is very important topsoil because it is good for healthy growth of plant. Humus flows top on the water, as you can see here. Okay, it flows top on the water, which can be dark brown or which can be black, and it is very important for the growth of soil. Okay, and it is the top layer of the soil. Then it is also known as topsoil. Humus also known as topsoil because it is soft and porous. It is soft and porous to hold enough water and air. To hold enough water and air. Okay, so this is the layers of soil, in which humus is the most important layer of the soil because it helps in growing of plants. It helps in growth of plants, and it is porous. It contains or it holds enough water and air. Okay, now children, there are different types of soils, as I have told you, right? The texture, the color of the soil are different from each other. So we will going to see there three types of soil today. Okay, we will going to discuss about three types of soils: clayey soil, sandy soil, loamy soil. Clayey soil, CLAYEY, clayey soil, sandy soil and loamy soil. Okay, these three types of soils we will going to discuss today. So let's begin with clayey soil. So here, clayey soil. You all, I hope children, or I think that every children likes to play with clay, right? They like to play with clay. They make different shapes from those clays. So the soil which is used to make pot, is soft and can be easily made into any shape. Okay, clay soil is used for making pots generally because you can give shape, you can mold it in any shape. Okay, so the soil contains tiny particles, as I have told you in the layers of soil also. Clay contains tiny particles which can be seen separately. The soil contains tiny particles and is smooth to the touch. You all have touched the clay, so you know the texture of the clay. It is very smooth to touch, and it mostly contains what, children? Clay. It mostly contains clay. Such soil is called clayey soil. The soil which can be molded into any shape, which can be easily made into any shape, and which contains tiny particles, and in touch it should be smooth. That soil is clayey soil. That soil is clayey soil. The soil particles in clay soil do not have large spaces. Okay, it does not have any large spaces between them. It does not have any large spaces between them. So there is not much air in the soil. There is not much in air in the soil. Water cannot go through this soil easily. Okay, so there is not much air in the soil and water cannot go through this soil easily. The soil therefore holds a lot of water and is sticky. Okay, it can hold lot of water but it cannot hold any air. Okay, it cannot hold any air, so it is watery and sticky. Plant roots need both air and water for the plant to grow, right? It needs both air and water to grow. So therefore most plants cannot grow well in clayey soil. Okay, it cannot grow well in clayey soil. So clay soil is what, children? The soil which is used to make pot, and it is soft and can be easily made into any shape. And this soil contains tiny particles and it smooth in the touch, and it mostly contains clay. Such soil is called clayey soil. The soil particles in clayey soil do not have large spaces between them. That is why it cannot, or it can there is not much air in the soil. Okay, there is not much air in the soil. Water cannot go through the soil easily. Therefore the soil holds a lot of water and it is sticky. And though all plants needs air and water to grow, that is why in this clay soil plants cannot grow well. Okay, plants cannot grow well. Now see, what are the different uses of clay soil? We can use clay soil in construction work. We can use clay soil for making pottery. As I have told you, it is very smooth, so you can mold it into any shape. We can use it for making tiles, and for growing vegetables like pea, cabbage, beans, cauliflower, rice, etc. can be grown in clayey soil. Can be grown in clayey soil, but not only in clay soil, it needs another thing also. Okay, so now let's see the second type of soil is sandy soil. Sandy soil, soil which contains a lot of sand. Children, I hope many of you have been to beach, right? And you have seen their sand, and even children also like to play with sand. They like to make that castle, small houses, huts like these in sand. And when you just hold the sand, it is very loose, that it flows from the hand, right? The sand is very loose. So soil which contains a lot of sand is called sandy soil. The soil which contains a lot of sand is called sandy soil. Okay, sandy soil has large particles. Sandy soil has large particles with lots of spaces. It has large particles which has lots of spaces between them. So water goes through these spaces very easily. In clay soil, it does not have large spaces, so air cannot pass through the spaces, right? But here soil has large particles and with lots of spaces between them, so water goes through these spaces very easily. Therefore sandy soil cannot hold much water. It cannot hold much water. Only very few plants can grow in sandy soil. Okay, only few plants can grow in sandy soil because this soil is very loose, so it cannot hold the water properly. It cannot hold the water properly. So plants can grow, so very few plants can grow in sandy soil. Sandy soil has very little clay. It has very little clay. It has sand more. Okay, so nutrients, and sandy soils have very little clay to retain nutrients and so are not fertile. Sandy clay soil both are not that much fertile for growing plants. Okay, so sandy soil is usually dry. You know how sands are, right? You can hold the sand and it loose from your hand. So it is very dry and fast draining. Now let's see uses of sandy soil. We can use sandy soil for growing vegetable root crops like carrots, potatoes and bajra, etc. But not only this soil help, you need something additional to grow these crops or vegetables. Then for growing melon and coconut and cactus, sandy soil is useful. Okay, that means we can grow melon, coconut and cactus in sandy soil, because you know cactus is a desert plant and desert have only sand. Coconut also need desert, so melon, coconut and cactus can easily grown in sandy soil. Okay, then third type of soil is loamy soil, or you can say loam soil. Loamy or loam soil is a mixture of sand and clay. It is a mixture of sand and clay. Clay can hold water but cannot hold air, right? Cannot hold air. And sandy soil can hold what, children? Can hold water, sorry, can hold air but cannot hold water. Cannot hold water because water, it cannot hold much water. Clay soil can hold air, sorry, clay soil can hold water but cannot hold air, whereas sandy soil cannot hold water but can hold air. And loamy soil is a mixture of sand and clay. That means it can hold both water and air. Okay, it can hold both water and air. It is a mixture of sand and clay, so it can hold both water and air. Loamy soil also has humus in it, so that means all those things which plants need for growth, all those things are present in some loamy soil. So most plants grow well in loamy soil because it has water, it can hold water, it can hold air, and it has humus. As I have told you, humus is very important layer of the soil because it gives more nutrients to the plants. Okay, it helps in the growth of plants. So loamy soil can hold both water and air and also has humus in it. So most plants grow well in loamy soil. Okay, now uses of loamy soil. Loamy soil is ideal for growing crops such as wheat, sugarcane, cotton, jute, pulses and oil seeds. Many plants can grow in loamy soil. Okay, so these are the three different layers of the soil. Clay soil, which contains more clay, which is smooth in touch and it we can give any shape. And this soil, clay soil, contains more water. That means it can hold more water but cannot hold air, whereas sandy soil, which contains more sand, which is very loose, dry, right, and it contains more air than water. It cannot hold the water properly. And loamy soil is a mixture of both clay and sandy soil. That means it contains both, or it can hold both air and water and has humus also. So it is suitable for growing most of the plants. Okay, it is suitable for growing all plants, you can say. So let's see the importance of soil. Now what are the importance of soil? Soil is important to human and all living things on earth. Okay, soil is important to human and all living things on earth because it is the source of 4 essential living factors. How? Food, clothes, shelter and medicine. Somehow all these 4 factors, essential factors, are directly or indirectly coming from the soil, right? Coming from the soil, because the food we eat, like plants, fruits, we get from soil because we grow plants in soil. Clothes also, like cotton, tree, jute, right? We get that thing also from plants only. Shelter, we use trees for making furniture, for making houses. Medicine also. So that means all these 4 essential things of essential living factors are directly or indirectly coming from the soil. We are gaining all these things from the soil. So plants grow in soil. They take water and minerals from the soil. Thus soil provides us with food. We get food from the soil, you can say. Okay, then different plants grow well in different types of soil, right? I have told you rice grows well in clayey soil. Rice grows well in clayey soil. Okay, because rice needs more water and clayey soil can hold more water, whereas bajra grows well in sandy soil which contains more air than water. Most plants grow well in loamy soil. As I have told you, it can contain both air and water and has humus, so it is suitable for growing all kind of plants. Then adding manures and fertilizers in soil can make soil more fertile. Okay, so I have told you that when we are growing anything in clay or sandy soil, we can not depend on only those soils, we have to add something else also. So adding manures and fertilizers in soil can make soil more fertile, and the growth of the plant will be good. Some animals like earthworms, earthworms, right? When rainy season, it comes out and it is inside the earth. So some animals inside the earth means inside the soil. So some animals like earthworms, rabbits and moles burrow and live in the soil. It makes burrow means to make hole in the soil. Okay, even ant also, you have seen children, they'll make like this big that mountain shape and they live there, right? So soil is not only useful for human being, as well as it is useful for animals also. That's some small insects, you can say. We also use things from the soil to build our houses, right? We use soil for building our houses. We make cement, bricks and glass from soil. So the importance of soil are these. That means we need soil in everything. With the help of soil we can grow plant, we can make food from soil, right? How? From growing plants. From plants we get fruits, we get vegetables. Okay, it is useful for not only human beings, it is useful for even animals, because small insects lives in the soil, under the soil. Okay, so this is the chapter now which is finished, rocks and soil. Now let's quickly recall. So soil is formed when rocks break up into pieces. It needs sunlight, it needs water, and it needs wind for the formation of soil from the rock. So it is formed when rocks break up into smaller pieces. Soil is made up of gravel, sand, clay and humus. Clay soil holds water but not much air. Clay soil can hold much water but cannot hold air, whereas sandy soil holds air but not much water. Loamy soil is a mixture of clay and sand, and soil is very important for all the living things. It's plants, human beings, animals. It is important for all the living things. Okay, so children, now let's see the homework. So question 1 is multiple choice question. Question 1, which soil is used to make pots? Which soil is used to make pots, children? Yes, clay soil is used to make pots because the texture of clay soil is very smooth, right? And you can mold it to any shape. Question 2, which soil is used to grow bajra? Which soil is used to grow bajra? Sandy soil. What do we add to soil to make it more fertile? We add manure to make soil more fertile. Which of these animals lives in soil? Rabbit lives in soil. Next, fill in the blanks. First, when rocks break up, dash is formed. When rock break up, soil is formed. The dark brown or black part of soil is called humus. Third, dash soil can hold air but cannot hold water. Sandy soil can hold air but cannot hold water. Now match the words in the two columns. First, gravel. Gravel is made up of small stones. Humus is rotted plants and animals. Sand particles can be seen separately in the layers of soil. Loam, mixture of sand and clay. Next, Answer these questions. How is soil formed? Soil is formed from the rocks with the action of sunlight, water and wind and changes in weather. Soil is formed from the rocks with the action of sunlight, water and wind and changes in weather. Why can most plants not grow well in sandy soil and clay soil? Because sandy soil has large particles with lots of spaces between them. Water goes through the spaces very easily. That means sandy soil cannot hold the water, that is why it is not much suitable for growing plants. Clay soil do not have large spaces between them, so there is not much air in the soil, so it cannot hold much air. Then name 3 things that we make from soil. We can make cement, bricks and glass. Cement, bricks and glass can be made from soil. So I hope children you understood this chapter. Do this homework in your rough notebook or practice notebook. Okay, and worksheet, as I have told you earlier, you have to fill and submit online. Sai Ram children.